Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, April 4th, 2022 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I align my actions with a sense of responsibility. Oh my goodness, we have a lot to talk about. Monday is packed. This week ahead is not so packed, but it has some really strong tidal energy going on. We do have Venus shifting out of Aquarius this week, moving into Pisces. That's going to be on Tuesday. Venus in Pisces is actually one of probably the most romantic placements of Venus. Pisces longs for union, for oneness. So Venus in Pisces longs for union, for oneness in relationship. However, Venus in Pisces can also long for union, relationship with the divine. And that is my highest suggestion for Venus in Pisces is let the divine romance you. Let yourself, it's so interesting. As I was sitting here thinking of it, be surprised and delighted by what the universe can offer you during Venus in Pisces. Keep yourself open to that. Surprised and delighted. Very clear words for that. So keep yourself open for delights. We are building into that Jupiter Neptune conjunction. Very close, closing in on this energy. So keep that in mind through this week. Also this week, both Neptune, Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, the moon, all connecting to the nodes. So our work this week is really staying out of fear and leaning into abundance. Our work this week is life, connecting to life, releasing the fear, the pull of the shadow, of the darkness, and reaching like towards the light, but like reaching into the dirt towards the light, if that makes sense. Like roots leach. The more your roots like move into the dirt, basically, the more this other part of you can like reach into the light. So we're working on that this week, especially Monday. Last thing to mention this week, Mercury will be finishing up in the sign of Aries and moving into Taurus next Sunday. So Mercury moving through like the final degrees of Aries. Watch your communications. Watch your reactional communications. So let's dig into today's because, wow, there's a lot. All right, so the biggest thing today, I think, is this Mars-Saturn conjunction at 22 degrees, that master level degree, taking us back to our energy mantra for today. I am responsible with my actions. That is key with Saturn and Mars conjunct, especially with this 22 degree energy. It is mastery, which means chances are you may be tempted. You may be tempted to go in a way that doesn't honor your values, honor your frequency, honor your personal mission, honor who you are. This is where the spirit of the rebel, Aquarius energy, can come in handy because a lot of times what tricks us up is not what you would think, right? A lot of times what trips us up, is where we can fall into conditioning rather than listening to the beckoning, the call of our own soul. Now, this gets complicated astrologically because Saturn and Mars are directly squaring the nodes. So one key is noticing your old patterns. The South Node in Scorpio. South Node can always represent old patternings for us. Patternings of fear, patternings of paranoia, patternings of destruction, patternings of taking it all the way down to its brass tacks. Chances are you have done that. And with the North Node in Taurus, we're meant to lean into abundance. We're meant to lean into life. Like I said, we're meant to lean into growth. We're meant to lean into nature. Even leaning into pleasure versus lack. I would say, with the South Node in Scorpio energy. So notice, are your actions being responsible to what you value? Or are you falling into these old patterns? And if you are, like, congratulate yourself for noticing, because that's huge. And then see how you can lean into abundance, into pleasure, into growth, into your personal worth, rather than feeling like a victim or feeling like a nobody or feeling awful about yourself. How can you lean into your worth as this divine creature? And that's where the Neptune and Jupiter energies, leaning in, connecting into these nodes, are feeding in, reminding you you are this divine creature. Now, one thing to be aware of, between like the Jupiter feeding in, the Neptune feeding in, watch for escapism energy in and through this. It might be really easy to overindulge in pleasure, and that's not the direction we want to go in either, right? We want to stay in balance. That's one of the things the South Node in Scorpio can bring us, is boundaries. Knowing where you need to put a boundary on yourself. So this energy, it's a lot. This is a lot that we're working through, but it's potent. I would also say that with Saturn and Mars conjunct, curious about my cards. Oh yeah. I wish I had the Rebel card. I don't. I have the Suppression card. And Saturn and Mars conjunct can feel like this suppression energy. Notice where you are feeling that suppression energy, and look where maybe you may be holding on to old conditioning. And again, this is where you get to rebel. And it's not like rebel without a cause. This is rebel with a cause. The cause being you. The cause being your truth. The cause being your frequency. How can you break through? By embracing your frequency and leaning in the direction of the North Node. Leaning in the direction of that which you value. So this is quite potent energy. Venus will also reach the 29 degree. In Aquarius. So Venus at 29 degrees, another master degree number or master degree energy, is like, own your freak flag. Beyond owning your freak flag, say that 5 times fast. Beyond owning it, embrace it, love it, like see the value in it. That's part of Venus energy, is being able to hold the value of something. So we've got a lot of values work. You are here as you for a reason. The world loves you and needs it. Even if the people in the world haven't gotten there yet, I promise the universe is like, do it. With that head movement, that's exactly what the universe has to say. I'm sure the universe is much more eloquent than Mimi. Let's see. Besides this, the moon in Taurus is making so many connections, including a passover of the nodes. With the moon on the North Node, check in with your feelings. Check in to see if you're feeling aligned, or if you're feeling like maybe you're overindulging in some of that Scorpio energy. And again, if you are, how can you lean towards abundance and pleasure without overdoing it? That is definitely key in this energy. Moon is going to square Mars. It's going to sextile Jupiter. It's going to square Saturn. It's going to sextile Neptune. It's going to trine Pluto, it's going to square Venus, and then it's going to move into Gemini. And for once, it might be like, phew, thank goodness. All these things, the squares between Mars and Saturn, all of those things are happening so early in the morning. Watch where people are trying to lead you from your values. Watch out from that. That's just what I keep getting with these squares. There are going to be those who are going to try to sell out your values. You know you best. It doesn't mean that maybe at some point you may have some shift, but you know you best. Keep that in mind. I feel like this Mars-Saturn energy just can be so suppressive, and the moon can either feed into that or help liberate you. As I'm looking at the cards, we're going to be working through a lot, but I love what we get to. We get to the We Are the World, and this is like where your frequency is so needed and valued. But first, we've got to get through the suppression of it, where you've suppressed it. It's a moment-to-moment process in and through the day. Again, this astro is pretty crazy. I've got the Possibilities card. It is in reverse, So what I'm feeling with the possibilities card in reverse is like there is a path that you're being called towards. Are you gonna take it? I don't know. I hope you do. I hope you break through. I hope we all break through this suppression energy and take it so we can step up into our place. The final card that I have is the traveling card, also in reverse. It may feel a little tedious today. It may not feel like progress is being made, but if you keep leaning into your values, even if you do not feel you're producing much, I promise you that you will be. That moon square Venus in the evening too, Venus moving through Aquarius, issues around this may come up. Listen to what is holding you back from fully embracing who you are. Moon moving into Gemini at 8:04 p.m. Pacific time. It may help. You may suddenly get the aha. So don't get too stuck there. But listen, I'm going to leave this here for now. I do want to mention I am wearing Live Gratitude again. I am wearing an abundance shirt. It is beautiful. And I have a code. I'm going to post the link today below for Live Gratitude. But I have a code, Gaia Blooming, to take 10% off your order. So please go order because, oh my God, I've been living in these clothes. They're so comfortable. You can book a reading with me. Eclipse readings are available. Email me for that or any others. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power and honor your values. Namaste.